Right now, a man is in police custody after allegedly murdering a woman overnight. What investigators are saying about it. Also, multiple Baraboo officers are under administrative investigation after allegations they were affiliated with a drug dealer. What we know at this time. Also, the Stuff the Bus event comes to an end. We take a look at how it went. We welcome you to News 3 Now at 6. And we begin tonight with a woman dead. A man in custody after an alleged homicide on Madison's northeast side. Our Maddie Hymsch was on the scene today there, and she joins us now with more details. Maddie?
Yeah, Eric, officers arrested 42-year-old Terrence Davis this morning after he turned himself into police. Officers say he came to the department just before 9 this morning and reported that he had injured the victim overnight and believed she may have been dead. This led police to the victim's apartment where they found her body. Police Chief Sean Barnes says the death is a result of domestic violence, an issue the police department is currently exploring new ways to address.
We're currently restructuring our investigative services unit. We're creating a family justice unit because usually these things happen over a period of time. And we want to make sure not only that persons are held accountable, but that we, as the first early identifiers of domestic violence, can provide services.
This is the third homicide reported in Madison this year. Barnes says the suspect is cooperating with police throughout the investigation. He is currently booked in the Dane County Jail. He's booked on charges of first-degree intentional homicide and felon in possession of a firearm. We'll continue to provide updates on this ongoing investigation on channel3000.com. If you are a victim of domestic abuse or know someone who is, you can call the Domestic Abuse Intervention Services hotline at 608-251-4445 or text them at 608-420-4638. Both are available 24 hours a day.
Maddie, thank you. Baraboo police and state investigators are investigating 3 officers from the city after allegations that they were affiliated with a drug dealer. Arman Rahman shares what we know so far. Arman?
Eric, authorities have not released the names of the police officers. Now, this all started earlier this week when Sauk County deputies executed 3 different search warrants in the Baraboo area as part of an investigation into the suspected sale of cocaine and other drugs. Sauk County deputies arrested a 37-year-old man from Baraboo on Tuesday, seizing drugs, guns, and other evidence during those 3 searches. And on the same day, Baraboo Police Chief Rob Sinden was told that 3 Baraboo officers were allegedly affiliated with that man. An administrative investigation is underway, and 1 officer so far has been placed on administrative leave. And we're not naming the suspect because he has not been formally charged. The Sauk County Sheriff's Office did not specify if the Baraboo Police Department assisted in that drug arrest.
Arman, thank you. Now to an update on an officer-involved shooting that happened in Fitchburg earlier in the week. The man who was shot by police has died. According to the Department of Justice, the 28-year-old died at a hospital yesterday afternoon. It was Monday morning when officers were called to the Whispering Pines condominiums following a 911 hang-up. Officers allegedly found a couple having an altercation. Police say the man was armed with a knife and charged at officers, at which point 1 officer fired his weapon and struck the man. The DCI continues to investigate the shooting. Officers involved were placed on administrative assignment. A rainy start to the weekend. Let's check the first warn forecast. Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington joins us live at the Blues and Roots Fest in Mineral Point tonight. Alex?
Eric, you cannot believe what's going to be behind me here. We're going to pan our camera. We've been dodging a few showers here in Mineral Point, and this is the last of the showers, or very close to being the last of the showers. Look at this stunning rainbow, a double rainbow. You can't bring a more beautiful way to introduce the Blues Festival that's going to start here at approximately 7 o'clock. Musicians are getting warmed up as we speak right now. Let's take a look at Radar 3000 after that stunning shot there of that beautiful double rainbow. Mineral Point, there's that shower that is producing that rainbow. We got the sun coming in behind that, and that's what's producing the rainbow and the double rainbow. It's that one little shower there over southern Iowa County. The rest of the showers are becoming more sparse over southwestern Wisconsin. So my forecast for the Blues Festival is improving conditions as we continue through the rest of the evening hours. Improving conditions for the rest of southern Wisconsin too, as those showers and thunderstorms move from Madison and points to the east. Beautiful weekend ahead with temperatures near 80 degrees for the Blues Festival and the Agora Art Fair. I'll be live there tomorrow. Coming up in Maine weather, we're going to talk to Justin O'Brien again to let you know when you come to Mineral Point for the Blues Festival, how will it make you feel? That's in a few minutes.
All right, Alex, thank you. Republican vice presidential nominee J.D. Vance visited Wisconsin today, spending a couple hours at the Milwaukee Police Association. Tanisha Shaw has more on the senator's second visit this month to the Badger State.
VP nominee J.D. Vance in Milwaukee today, touting support he received from local law enforcement.
These police officers fight to make that a reality every single day. And Kamala Harris is making their job harder, and Donald Trump is going to make their lives easier.
The senator also thanked law enforcement for their service. This is Vance's third trip to the state within the last month, the first one being during RNC, where Vance said he's never felt safer.
Let me just say a few words here of gratitude. First, to the men and women of the Milwaukee Police Department and all the law enforcement of Wisconsin who supported us, certainly today, but during the Republican National Convention. I don't know that I've ever felt safer in such an incredible, stressful and high-intensity environment. There were obviously a lot of protesters and a lot of people around. You guys did an incredible job, so thank you for what you do.
Well, that was our Tanisha Shaw reporting. The Milwaukee Police Association fully endorsed the Trump-Vance campaign via Twitter today. Meanwhile, Vice President Kamala Harris is set to hold an event in Milwaukee on the second day of the Democratic National Convention next week. The rally will be held at Fiserv Forum on Tuesday, where the Republican National Convention, of course, took place last month. This will be her 7th visit to Wisconsin this year, her 3rd since entering the presidential race. We've also learned Vice President Harris's running mate, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, will be joining her in Milwaukee. And next week, News 3 Now will be in Chicago for the Democratic National Convention. I'll be joined by Susan Simon along with Brady Mallory, and Charlotte DeLeste joins us for special coverage along with our team of reporters. We'll have team coverage of the event starting on Monday with News 3 Now this morning. And throughout the event next week in Chicago, we'll be focusing on the actions of delegates from Wisconsin on the floor of the United Center in Chicago. Political reporter Will Keneally has more.
We're here in the windy city of Chicago ahead of next week's Democratic National Convention. Now, a lot has happened in the last couple of weeks, including Kamala Harris becoming the Democratic standard bearer after Joe Biden dropped out. Now, we spoke with Senate Democratic leader Dianne Hasselbein about how that's changed enthusiasm for Democrats.
I am really excited to be at this convention and to nominate Kamala Harris as our presidential candidate. She is fantastic, and she's going to work so hard for everybody in the United States.
Now, Hasselbein will be among the Wisconsin delegates at the DNC next week, and you can see more from our conversation coming up this Sunday on For the Record. Reporting from Chicago, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
And again, you can see that conversation Sunday at 10:30, the latest edition of For the Record. Well, the News 3 Now Back to School drive has come to a close. We partnered with the Boys and Girls Club of Dane County to stuff the bus with school supplies for area students. Brady Mallory takes a look at how much of a difference you made.
Well, here's something I haven't done in a while. I have my backpack, I am getting off the bus. It's really giving me flashbacks to my own school days. I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to look forward to show you how you can help kids in our community have the best school year ever this upcoming year. And we've been doing that with our Stuff the Bus campaign with the Boys and Girls Club of Dane County. And right now I have Renee Sigel here to tell me how the campaign's gone so far.
Hi, Brady. The campaign has started off great. We actually are on the final day, and every seat besides 2 rows are filled in this bus.
How does that make you feel?
It's so exciting. It really is evident that our community is stepping up, and they're willing and wanting to help our kids have a successful school year.
And I can't believe it. We're already wrapping this up, and it's been a very successful campaign, like you've mentioned. And here's one of the donations. What do we have in there?
Well, it looks like we have a pretty awesome backpack. Yeah.
I promise I won't take it.
And it's kind of heavy, so let's just see what's inside.
It's full of all sorts of good stuff.
Oh, here we go, the zipper.
See, this is how you know it's secure.
Wow, there is some really great stuff in here. We got some highlighters and some pens, some notebooks, and also, hand sanitizer.
Gotta have that.
Gotta have that. We got some pencils and some chalk, so some great supplies in there.
Yeah, what does it mean to you to see the kids who receive these school supplies, and I bet they're just so happy. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, it is amazing. I know there are a lot of back-to-school drives that are happening in the community right now, so really encouraging our youth and families to take advantage of those opportunities. Our back-to-school drive and open house will be next Thursday, August 22nd, from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. at any one of our local clubs here in Dane County.
And if people missed out on this, how can they help moving forward?
Yeah, well, if they want to beat the raindrops, they can run down here really quickly and fill up those last 2 seats. Another option is a financial donation through our website, as well as dropping off any supplies that you might still want to donate at any one of our clubs, again, here in Dane County.
And lastly, when you see people in the community step up to donate, to help out, and many of them might not even have kids, but they just want to help other kids, how does that make you feel?
Yeah, it's amazing. Like I said, people want students to be successful. They are our future, and if you're unable to give financially, also giving through time and your talent is also a great way to make sure our youth is that they're successful.
All right, thank you very much for all that you do. All right, and if you missed this and if you didn't write any of this information down, just go to our website, channel3000.com. You can find all the information there, and it's raining, so I'm going to hop back on the bus. Bye.
And still to come on News 3 Now at 6, the fire forces several people from their home today. We'll see what happened, and you may see more patrol vehicles on the road for the rest of the month as the State Patrol looks to crack down on impaired driving. That story next.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6, brought to you by Gruber Law Offices.
At Gruber Law Offices, we know how to win. Real cases, real results. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
It's Steinhoffel's biggest Labor Day sale ever. Save up to $800 on closeouts and amazing bonus buys like a Beauty Rest Queen mattress just $399. This dining table $549, or this sofa only $799. A queen bed now $849. Plus, enjoy Steinhoffel's 60-month financing, making it easier than ever to bring home the look you love. But hurry, these Labor Day savings won't last long. Shop in-store or online at steinhoffels.com.
One size rarely fits all. That's why at Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we carry a huge selection of quality name brand jeans and pants. We're so confident we have the right brand, style, and fit for you that we'll give you a free $5 Blaine's Farm and Fleet gift card for every pair you buy. Like men's Rustler jeans, $15.99, men's Lee Extreme Motion jeans, $34.99, and shop store-wide savings like 10% off gallons of Cabot exterior stains. Find your perfect pair of jeans for less at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
MS-13 gang member here illegally, robbed a pregnant woman, then released, then executed a San Francisco family, another illegal, arrested, released, then killed this young boy with a sword, illegal immigrant, convicted, released, then violently fractured a woman's skull. Who released every one of them? Liberal DA Kamala Harris. The victim's blood is on her hands.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
News 3 Now brings you team coverage from the Democratic National Convention in Chicago. We'll talk to delegates about the issues that matter right here in Wisconsin. Campaign 2024 DNC coverage live from Chicago, starting Monday on News 3 Now.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
4 people and their pets are without a home this evening after a possible electrical fire. Madison crews were called to Balsam Road near Meadowood Park on the city's west side just before noon after a resident woke to the sound of a smoke alarm. That person grabbed their 3 dogs, got out of that house. The Madison Fire Department investigation team says several electronics and some cords were found in the area where that fire started, believing it could be a short in one of the electrical components. Damages estimated about $75,000. Wisconsin State Patrol launching its Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over campaign that unifies efforts from law enforcement agencies across the state to stop impaired driving now through September 2nd. More than 7,500 law enforcement officers across the state are already trained in advanced roadside impaired driving enforcement, along with 400 drug recognition experts. Still ahead, addressing the Madison housing crisis. After the break, we look at how the Madison Housing Coalition is trying to raise awareness about this issue. And drier conditions ahead for the weekend. Alex returns a complete look at your forecasts when we come back. Stay with us.
Win a hand-pay jackpot at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells, and you'll have a chance to win a new Dodge Ram 2500 Laramie and a shot at $100,000 in cash. It's the Mega Jackpot Winners Quarterly Drawings going on now at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells.
I'm Tammy Baldwin. I approve this message.
I'm the proud son of a single mom.
My mom worked nights to provide for us.
My mom worked 80 hours a week.
But Eric Hovde thinks if you have a single mom, you're going to be poor or a drug addict?
That is a direct path to a life of poverty. It leads to higher drug rates.
That just shows Eric Hovde is ignorant.
Come on, I'm successful today because of my mom.
I learned my work ethic from my mom, my single mom.
What is wrong with this guy?
Fjords has been crafting beautifully designed functional furniture since 1941. Every aspect of Fjords furniture has been carefully engineered to create a higher level of relaxation. Visit the Century House today and view our extensive lineup. Experience the unmatched relaxation you can only achieve in Fjords furniture. Relaxation made beautiful. Visit the Century House at 3420 University Avenue in Madison or online at centuryhouseinc.com.
At Machinery Row Bicycles, you'll find bicycle store quality electric e-bikes from Trek, Electra, Felt, Giant, and more. Trek offers the best-selling e-bike in America, Trek Verve Plus, under $2,500. At Machinery Row Bicycles, you'll find fat e-bikes, mountain e-bikes, road e-bikes, bike path e-bikes, and more. Free services included. The place to shop for your new e-bike is Machinery Row Bicycles, the most beautiful bicycle store in the world.
At USA Insulation, we fix hot homes. Over 7 out of 10 homes are poorly insulated. Is yours? Here are some of the signs. Is your house too cold in the winter? Is it too hot in the summer? Does your furnace and AC run almost non-stop? Do you have different temperatures in different rooms? Are your energy bills too high? You don't need a new home. You need better insulation. And right now, when we foam your walls, we'll insulate your attic for free.
USA Insulation. Win a hand-pay jackpot at Ho Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells, and you'll have a chance to win a new Dodge Ram 2500 Laramie and a shot at $100,000 in cash. It's the Mega Jackpot Winners Quarterly Drawings going on now at Ho Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Madison Housing Week kicks off tomorrow. It runs through the 22nd. It is put on by the Madison Housing Coalition with a series of events to address issues surrounding housing. Our Ellie LaLiberte breaks down what the week will focus on.
Madison has been in a housing crisis for the past 15 years. Now, for the first time, there is a whole week dedicated to addressing those issues. The Madison Housing Week runs from the 17th to the 22nd and is composed of multiple events. The goal is to raise awareness for housing issues. For some context, Madison has a vacancy rate of 3.6% and a healthy rate is 5%. That makes housing expensive and hard to find.
Right now, we see the crisis is affordability and supply, and they kind of go hand in hand. You know, it's economics 101. But, you know, what's creating that crisis is a broad different way. The way they're financed, the way our local zoning and what allows and what's been allowed since World War II, and then what options there are for people to move into. And so we're seeing a perfect storm.
Some of the events that are taking place this week include meetings on housing equity, a walking tour of some multi-unit housing, and a Q&A on creating affordable housing. Organizers of the Housing Week say Dane County could be facing a housing shortage of almost 140,000 units by 2040.
Ellie, thank you. And you can find more information on the events at MadisonHousingWeek.com. Possible rain showers tonight, but Alex, the weekend overall looking pretty good.
Yes, the weekend overall, Eric, in southern Wisconsin's looking absolutely great. We're dodging a couple of showers and a couple of thunderstorms over portions of southern Wisconsin, and we just had a downpour here in Mineral Point, and I'm here with one of our local blues experts, Justin O'Brien. Justin, we had a downpour, was it last year? And the show went on, right?
It was 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
It was at night, just when the headliner was going on, and thunder and lightning and everything. Check with the local police. They said it was going to pass. Check with the band. The band was all in. We're going ahead. Only the sound guy had a real concern, but no one left.
But the show went on.
The show went on. The show went on.
And the show will go on tonight, even if we have a couple of showers. But my forecast is that shower that we just had, that's one of the last of the showers that are coming in here from the north and from the west. And I'm curious, I want southern Wisconsin to know, when you come here to Mineral Point to the Blues Fest, how does the Blues Fest make you feel?
Well, the blues is about life. The blues is cathartic. And a range of emotions, but it makes you feel good because of the catharsis. It makes you want to dance. It's a release. It's a wonderful treat.
Well, wonderful. Well, Southern Wisconsin, we just had a rainbow, a double rainbow here, which was stunning in the beginning of our show. So we were talking before, follow that yellow brick road right down here to Mineral Point to the Blues Festival that starts at 7 o'clock. Thanks so much, Justin. Much appreciated. I'll do the forecast here for Southern Wisconsin. Those showers and thunderstorms on radar 3000, they're moving off towards the east rather quickly. Can't rule out an isolated storm in future track showing that nicely here. Showers and storms, Madison, Dells, and then they move off to the east. And with the loss of the daytime heating, those shower chances will also go down. Planning the rest of our night tonight, that lines up perfectly, Madison, Wisconsin. That shower chance is moving off to the east. Temperatures go down into the mid-60s and a little fog to start off Saturday morning. Just telling Eric in Southern Wisconsin, beautiful weekend ahead. High temperatures up near 80 degrees on both Saturday and Sunday. Maybe an isolated storm across Southern Wisconsin, but many places staying dry. Join me for the Agora Art Fair tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock in the morning. I will be live doing weather. It's looking good after that fog lifts, just that isolated storm chance with temperatures in the upper 70s. And the forecast after we get past Sunday, looking great to start off the next work week. Back to you folks in the studio.
Thanks, Alex. And still to come in sports, hunt or be hunted. How a new motto is energizing Wisconsin football next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
She grew up in a middle-class home. She was the daughter of a working mom, and she worked at McDonald's while she got her degree. Kamala Harris knows what it's like to be middle class. It's why she's determined to lower healthcare costs and make housing more affordable. Donald Trump has no plan to help the middle class. Just more tax cuts for billionaires. Being president is about who you fight for. And she's fighting for people like you.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
At DePaco, your health and happiness are as important to us as your financial well-being. So when you're ready to take the first step, we'll help you make a plan and transform it into a lifelong commitment. Well-being is the key to a life worth loving. So when you think about yours, remember that DePaco can help you be well.
Get an 11% rebate on your next painting project at Menards. DuraClean Exterior Paint is a paint and primer in one that's formulated to resist dirt, weather, and fading. Starting at $34.48 per gallon after rebate. Maximize your curb appeal with Max Bond Plus Exterior Paint. It provides max adhesion, height, and performance. With over 800 one-coat colors, it's designed to work for you. A gallon starts at $47.87 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Okay, guys, we're all here because US Cellular has an incredible deal. Right now, you can get 4 lines for just $90.
Sorry, just double checking. Is it really that good of a deal?
Yeah. It's a huge deal. You also get 4 free phones of your choice.
4 free phones! Wow, I just triple checked, and that's awesome.
So go get that deal. Or at least help me clip. Do you check the expiration dates?
Oh, I can do that.
Great.
Get 4 free phones of your choice with no trade-in needed, plus 4 lines for $90.
Kamala Harris has taken on gang members to get justice for victims, taken on big banks to pay back people they ripped off, taken on drug companies to cap insulin at $35. Now she's running to take on greedy corporations who jack up prices to lower everyday costs for working families. They're spending millions on ads attacking her because she'd be a president who fights for you. FF PAC's responsible for the content of this ad.
Hunt or be hunted. That's been Luke Fickell's motto for his team this season. Whether it's the guy next to you on the depth chart or your opponent, someone is always hunting and someone is always being hunted. The Badgers have gotten fully behind this rallying cry in fall camp. They've embraced the hunt. They admit that last year they felt like they were being hunted, and this year they're doing the hard work it takes to be the hunters.
It's not just going to be handed to you, especially last year. We thought once again, Coach Fick was going to come in. We were just kind of going to be able to walk into, a 10-2 record or something. You know what I mean? But it really opened our eyes last year that hey, we got to work. Every game's going to be a tough game, and every game you're going to have to go out there and earn it. We feel like we got everything together more. We feel more confident about the offense and the defense. We feel like we have something to prove. We feel like we got to get back to Wisconsin that we all grew up watching, that we all know, and the team that dominates.
And as for Hunter Wooler, he's all about the hunting. Following this theme, Wisconsin has allowed much more tackling and physicality at practices this year, a big change from years past, and he says it better prepares them to go into full hunter mode.
It's football. That's at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. Is you have to hit, and there's a reason you play. If you didn't want to hit people, you wouldn't be playing this game. But no, I love it. I love it. I think it only makes us better. That way, the 30th isn't the first time we're truly tackling. So I think it's great.
We are exactly 2 weeks away from Wisconsin football kicking off their 2024 season and 3 weeks from the Packers kicking off in Brazil. For the Pack, they're spending this week doing their camp a little bit different. They're out in the Mile High City in Denver holding a joint practice with the Broncos. Joint practices are something that Matt LaFleur really values, especially against the right team.
Oh, joint practice is always, there's just a lot of excitement and energy. Guys are ready to get after it and just go against somebody else.
This is a great opportunity to, again, go against maybe an unfamiliar opponent in regards to you're not seeing the same stuff every day in practice. So I think anytime you get these opportunities, these are as valuable as the preseason games.
And of course, 1 week from today, high school football will kick off. It's hard to believe we're really in that time of year.
It's just about here. All right, Andrew, thank you. Let's go back out to Alex with a more extended look at his weekend forecast. Alex?
Yeah, Mineral Point folks are wondering, Alex, is there any more showers that are going to impact the Blues Festival? I got good news. Even if there is a shower, the show goes on, according to our expert, Justin O'Brien. There is a shower in Radar 3000 just north of Mineral Point, but good news, we're cooling down, we're losing the heating of the day, and the shower activity much more sparse now over southwestern Wisconsin. All the concentrated, more widespread showers and storms are now east of Watertown, east of Janesville, heading over towards Lake Michigan, and future track continuing to clear things out for the rest of the evening. So a beautiful evening for all of southern Wisconsin in store, and also here for the Blues Festival that starts at Mineral Point in just a little bit under 30 minutes. Planning the rest of your night here in Madison. A little bit of fog to start off Saturday morning, and a beautiful weekend is in store. Isolated chance of a storm even here at the Blues Fest and also at the Agora Art Fair, where I will be live tomorrow. It's a tiny chance. Most places will be dry, with temperatures getting up to around 80 degrees on Saturday. And guess what? We'll do 80 degrees on Sunday as well. And a picture-perfect week is in store next week. Dry conditions, temperatures in the 70s. Back to you folks in the studio.
All right, looks good, Alex. Thank you. Thanks for joining us, folks, for News 3 Now at 6. Have a pleasant evening. We'll be back here tonight for News 3 Now at 10.